What's going on, everyone? Adam with Ingenuity here, bringing you a video about an easy swap of going from an H1 halogen bulb to an LED H1 bulb. Here you go. We're going to swap out, hopefully you can see that, kind of the stock normal bulbs. They're just not that bright. They're, you know, the orange look. These are more white, much more bright. Now, here's the issue. Is that I already did this headlight actually. It's really hard to get into, and one requires you to kind of pry one out and the other one's just a normal plug. But this one is so much more thick in an area to get through the actual housing that supports the light bulb. So you actually have to pull the entire housing out and file out a larger hole in order for this new light bulb to fit in there. So I also on this side have to pull out my battery in order to get to those headlights. Additionally, the biggest pain with this is that you have just those tiny little clips and they tend to fall out, and unless you can get them right back into perfect position, oh, it's impossible. So hopefully this video can help you save some headache, some heartache on swapping over to these. Now, these are aftermarket headlights anyway. I'll put a link to those in the description. I'll also provide a link to these headlight bulbs that I'm putting in there. Like I said, I already finished this one. So much brighter, so much better. They're gonna be, they handle hotter weather more, colder weather better, off-road conditions, much more capable bulb overall. So I'm excited to be moving up to these, but there's a process here. So let me show you how to do this, and hopefully it'll make your life more simplistic. Let's go. So this is the back housing for the bulbs. So we're just gonna pull these caps off and then pull them out, and then I'll show you the little bracket that we need to file in order to fit the bulb. So this is the side that we have to pull the bulb out. You can see that metal wire bracket holding it all into place. That thing is what falls out, and if you don't have room to work, good luck getting it back in. Yeah, again, this is the bright, so that's the one we have to actually file out. This is your regular headlight, not the bright, and this is the one that you kind of have to pry the bulb out a little bit with, but that bracket's a little bit easier to work with. But after removing the battery, we got plenty of room here, so I'll pop them out and show you. All right, so it's not incredibly difficult, but once you get it pulled out here, you can see that this is being held in right. Actually, don't want to touch the bulb because they're still good. I'll carry them as spares. Right down here is where you got to kind of just pry, and this will pop out. So yep, that just comes right out of that bracket there. And that LED bulb just pops right in there. And the cool thing is that there's no right or wrong. It just either side goes in, and you're not going to mess with anything. This isn't going to mess with computer, ECU, modes, codes, anything like that. So after this, you just put it back in, get that clip on, and that one's finished. That's the easy one. All right, let me show you guys here. This is the bracket that this bulb goes into, your regular, not your brights. And you'll see that it's a lot bigger port for this to go into, and there's no problems, which is great. So it slides right in. And then I'll show you what's going on with the brights and why you have to file it out. All right, so you got to pull this bracket out with these two screws. You got to be super careful because it's all back in there, and yeah, that's always fun to lose those in your engine bay. But this, right, pull this back, right in here is where you have to file it out because the bulb will not fit through. All right, so what you're dealing with is trying to get that to go through there, and you see, it does not work. We must increase space. Now the fun begins. So what I do is I just pull this piece back. You don't want to pull it this way because you don't want anything pushing this direction, as that's where it has to sit flush. It's okay if it's not completely even on the back. So I'm going to pull this corner and this corner just a little bit out and cut it, and then file it down, and that allows enough space for it to fit. Okay, so now that that's filed out just a little bit bigger, nothing crazy. Filed these down, they're not sharp, it's just a little bit wider opening, but now it fits perfectly in there. And then this bracket comes down, keeps everything in there nice and tight, and everything should work wonderfully. That's how that works. As you can see, that's all in there now. You just got to reconnect the wiring, put the cap back on, got to get the battery back in here, and test it out. Well, there you have it. They are in, and it is worlds better than the original bulbs. These things look great, and they are so much brighter. So much better. Well worth it. All right, that is the conversion from the regular bulbs, your halogen bulbs, over to LEDs on H1 headlight bulbs. It's the same bulb actually for every single port. It's not different for your regular and your brights. I went with this brand, Auxito. I'll link that in the description. They look great, pretty moderately priced, good ratings, all that good stuff. And yeah, they're wonderful. Way brighter and much more reliable than what I had in there before. So I'm excited for this upgrade. It did take some a little bit of engineering there to get that port a little bit larger to get that bulb through there, but I'm excited to have it done. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them into the comments. And thanks for watching. Please like the video, sub to the channel. See you next time, guys.